altitude and legs of a triangle. For this particular triangle, they're asking for x, y, and z. Let's start with x, which is the altitude of this triangle. We know it's the altitude because it forms a 90-degree angle with the base. So the way you find the altitude is by doing the geometric mean between the parts of the base. X equals the square root of 9 times 5. That's all you do. You multiply the parts of the base and put it under the square root. We can go ahead and multiply 9 times 5 and we would get 45. But I'd rather break it down before the multiplication to simplify our work. 9 happens to be a perfect square. So the square root of 9 is 3. 5 is prime, so it doesn't break down anymore, and it's not a perfect square. So it stays in the radical. So the altitude is 3 radical 5. The legs. Why? The way you find the leg is by adding the parts of the base. So 9 plus 5 is 14. And multiplying that by the part of the base that's adjacent to the leg you're looking for. So since we're solving for y, we're going to multiply 14 by 5. And we put that under the square root. 14 is 7 times 2. Notice they're all prime numbers. No numbers occur twice and there's no perfect squares. So nothing gets taken out of the square root. So we would just go ahead and do 14 times 5 and we get 70. So the leg is the square root of 70 and that does not break down. For z, you would do the square root, again, of the entire base, which is 14. But this time we're going to do times 9. Because 9 is the part of the base that's adjacent to the leg we're looking for. 9 happens to be a perfect square. So 3 comes out of the radical, and 14 stays inside. So that leg is 3 radical 14. That is how you find the altitude and the legs of a triangle.
Say that again.